Hello everyone and welcome back to yet again another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I have some exciting news, of course, as ever, to cover from Ledger, actually the update from Ledger, and also some news on the Miami Bitcoin conference that's currently going on at the moment, as well as some more news from Ripple. Now, first things first, as we always do with these videos, is we start with the prices and we look to see how the market's performing within the top 10 and what's kind of going on the past 24 hours. So let's do that. Let's crack on. Let's look at the prices and see how we are. Now, first things first, Bitcoin currently sitting at $26,800, actually down almost 2% on the day. Ethereum sitting at $1,809. You've got BNB at $310, XRP at 46 cents, currently up over 3% on the day. Cardano at 37 cents, Dogecoin at 0.073, Polygon at 87 cents, and finally Solana at $20. Now, most things other than, pretty much everything in the top 10 is down about 1 or 2%. Apart from XRP, XRP is the only asset in the top 10 that's up over 3% on the day, which again, this tends to happen with XRP. When the price is up, most things are down. It's a very, very strange asset, and I think it's why most people don't like the asset because it doesn't perform quite how everything else does. But that's kind of why I quite like it. It's a bit different. It doesn't follow the trends like others do. And like I said, it's up over 3% on the day, which is very positive to see. Now, the other kind of strange thing or funny thing, I feel I've covered this a few times, that the trending currencies on CoinMarketCap are still, Pepe is still trending, even though it's down quite a bit. This SUI or SWI or whatever it is also trending in Kiki as well. So its meme coins are still trending. They're not performing as much as what they were, but they are still trending. So, even here, look, recently added Pepe Inu, American Dad, and Wombex, like complete and utter meme coins. But this is what people do when the meme coin mania is there. They jump on and they continue to create meme coins because it's very easy to create a meme coin and get some hype around it and generate some money from it. And people are obviously doing that with their Twitter followers or whatever. But yeah, anyway, thought it was quite interesting to see the things you see in bear markets, man. Like, you would never see this in a bull market. This would be trending, would be like XRP, hopefully, but like Bitcoin, Ethereum, like the big brand names in crypto would be trending. But in bear markets, obviously, people still need to make money somehow, so meme coins tend to kind of creep up and people make money from them, so they start to trend. But yeah, don't be fooled. This is a bear market thing, so yeah, these will all kind of disappear when the bull returns. Now, the first thing I wanted to cover, I've seen some chat about it the past kind of week or so, and I haven't paid much attention to it because it's, again, I believe it is quite bear market, and it's kind of like a strategy that happens most bear markets and most bear cycles. If you followed Coffee and Crypto for a while, you'll know that I feel like the news put a lot of FUD or fear, uncertainty and doubt out to the kind of media outlets to kind of put people off, I guess, investing in crypto. We see it time and time again, but I feel like this is kind of another one of those headlines and topics, hence why I haven't really spoken about it much the past few days or the past week. But yeah, I thought I'd bring it up and then give my opinion on it anyway, because it will help someone. Now, crypto should be regulated as gambling, the UK lawmakers have said. So Bitcoin, Ether and other cryptocurrencies should be regulated as gambling, given the significant risks they pose to consumers, a panel of UK lawmakers have said on Wednesday. Now, the UK, which wants to become a global hub for crypto and its underlying blockchain technology, is planning its first rules for crypto assets, which currently only comply with anti-money laundering safeguards. Bitcoin and Ether accounts for Bitcoin and Ether accounts for 2/3 of the crypto assets are not backed by any currency or asset, leading to volatility in prices and potential for all money invested in them to be wiped out. The report from Parliament Treasury has said. So, a very interesting way to look at it. A very uneducated way to look at it as well, and I guess painting it with the same brush as everything else, which I don't agree with. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it's coming from these guys right here, the Parliament's Treasury Committee, the fact that it's coming from them instantly makes me not want to listen to it or trust what they say. But hey ho, they've mentioned this anyway. So, regulating retail trading and investments is unbacked by cryptocurrencies could create a halo effect that leads consumers to think that activity is safer than it is, or protected when it's not. Well, just be educated in crypto and you'll know exactly how it works. Anyway, we therefore strongly recommend that the government regulates retail trading and investment activity in unbacked crypto assets as gambling rather than a financial service, consistent with the stated principle of the same risk, same regulatory outcome, the report has said. And the industry body Crypto UK said it strongly disagreed with equating the crypto sector with gambling. I also personally agree. With gambling, I see it as, I give this analogy quite a lot when it comes to speaking to people about crypto. You put £100 or $100 bet on a horse or on red or on black, whatever it may be that you're playing. You put that in, if it doesn't come in, boom, you've lost it. It's gone. You can't reclaim it. You've just bet on that one horse for that one race and it's lost. Therefore, you've lost your money. That's it. All right, fair enough. With crypto, you put $100 into Bitcoin at $20,000. It goes to $10,000. That's unfortunate. The value of your $100 is now worth half. But you still have the same amount of Bitcoin in your wallet than you did when you started with your $100 at $20,000 than what you did with the $100 now valued 50% less, because Bitcoin is valued at 50% less, meaning that you may be down at the moment, maybe down, feel a bit rubbish, I'm down 50%. However, when Bitcoin does inevitably come back up, because it is so volatile and it moves in cycles, when it reaches prices of 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, that $100 is going to be worth $200 or $250. Therefore, you still have your money and you've actually made money as well. So it's seen more as an investment. So that's maybe the easiest way I can kind of put it across, and it's why I don't agree with these articles and why I think it is just scaremongering. Crypto isn't gambling, in my opinion. Look, don't get me wrong, if you think differently, please comment below and let me know. But that's the way I see it. Gambling, in my opinion, is literally as gambling. You're putting a bet on. If it doesn't come in, you lose the money. That's it. There's no in between. With crypto, you put the bet, i.e. the investment on, you buy a set amount of crypto, the price goes up or the price goes down, you still have the same amount of that asset. Whether it's 0.000001 of a Bitcoin, that's fine. If it's a denomination that small, that's fine. You still have the same amount of Bitcoin. Just the dollar value or the pound value or the yen value or whatever you want to, whatever asset, whatever currency you want to use, that value has changed, but you still hold the amount of the asset. Therefore, when it goes back up, your money comes back up and you make more money potentially. Nothing's guaranteed. Maybe that's what they should focus on, that there's no guarantee that you'll make money, but that's on the investor, the individual, to first of all learn about cryptocurrency. That's pretty obvious. Secondly, then it's up to the investor to decide, right, I'm going to invest in this knowing that it could go up and it could make me a lot of money, but it could also go down for quite a while, which, again, we're all experiencing that right now. If you've been in this game for a couple of years now, at least since 2021, I know people bought high in 2021. Well, you're experiencing that, and as long as you haven't sold out of your assets, you still hold that same amount that you paid for. The value that you paid for is down, but the same amount of tokens are still there. So yeah, it sits for a couple of years. I mean, I've sat in bear markets. The first initial investment I made was at the kind of 2017 end of the bull run, where I bought near the top, essentially, in most of my things. But I sat for 3 years in a bear market, and prices didn't go anywhere. Unfortunate, but I knew that the prices would come back around at some point, and I would eventually make money. And it did in 2021. It came back around, made money. And yeah, I didn't think this is a gamble. I'm going to lose everything. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You see things like Luna, for example, last year went to zero. This happens, of course this happens, but when you think there's something like 24,000 cryptocurrencies out there now, there might be one bad egg in there. There might be a couple of bad eggs in there, but that's why you should turn to professionals and educators like ourselves with our Discord, with our guides, with our mentorship, whatever it may be, who've experienced it, who are more likely to be able to pick out better projects and projects to invest in for the long term that hopefully, with the plan that they won't go to zero, essentially. So look, nothing's guaranteed, I know that, and we can never offer you direct financial advice, but what I can bring you is a lot of education, a lot of experience, and a lot of just straight talking and putting you in the right position that you need to be in to be involved in crypto and not fall victim to articles like this where I just don't, I get where they're coming from, 100% understand it from a lawmaker's point of view, but I'm just not interested. I've heard it time and time again, it's the same as gambling, it's this, it's that. It's not, it's definitely not. But look, like I said, leave me a comment. If you disagree with me, or you think different, or you think crypto is gambling, don't just say yeah it is. Give me a description. Tell me why crypto is gambling, and give me some analogies as well to work with. I'm interested to hear your opinion, of course, as ever. Now, moving swiftly on from that news, a little kind of update from Ledger. I know I feel like I've been chatting about this about every day this week, it feels like, but it has been such a hot topic in the crypto space, and I know a lot of you guys watching this will be using a Ledger, and I wanted to kind of keep people up to date with any updates that's coming from Ledger itself. So Ledger clarifies how its firmware works after deleted tweet controversy. So Ledger clarified on the 18th, so yesterday, how its firmware works after a controversial tweet was deleted by the company. The deleted tweet, which Ledger said was written by a customer support agent, has stated that it was possible for Ledger to write firmware that could extract users' private keys. Now, the Ledger Chief Technology Officer has clarified in a new Twitter thread that the wallet's operating systems require the consent, of the user anytime a private key is touched by the operating system. In other words, the operating system shouldn't be able to copy the device's private key without the user's consent. He also said that using a ledger does not require a minimum amount of trust. It does require a minimum amount of trust. Now, what you're seeing here is a bit of a mess. Let's be honest, it is a bit of a mess. I have been mentioning that I'm not bothered per se regarding what's happening with Ledger, in the sense that my own personal holdings on Ledger, I'm leaving them. I'm not opting into this new service. I'm quite comfortable having Ledger, using Ledger. I have done for a long time now. So I'm quite comfortable. But I know a lot of people have kind of blew it out of kind of proportion a little bit. And I can see why. There's tweets getting deleted. There's a blame game saying it was someone else. It was a support agent. It didn't come from Ledger, So I understand why people are deciding to move to like Trezor, for example, or they're not so happy with Ledger or whatever it may be. I get that. Totally agree. And like I said in the previous videos, it's up to you. It's your money. At the end of the day, it's your investment. You worked hard for them. Don't let someone on Twitter decide what you do with your Ledger. But yeah, I guess it does look a little bit fishy to an extent. Zooming out, like if you weren't involved in this at all, when you're zooming out and thinking about it, you're thinking, why is like some crypto, the main crypto ledger company having issues like this? and having backlash and having tweets deleted and blame games. Like, why is that happening? Maybe I should go elsewhere. But if you've experienced, or you have experience with Ledger and you kind of know what they're about, it's entirely up to yourself. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd bring you that update. Hopefully it helps, and hopefully it helps your decision whether you're sticking with Ledger or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Moving swiftly on again. So Bitcoin Miami. So the world's largest Bitcoin conference is currently happening at the moment. Yes, we were supposed to be there, but some things have came up and in the business, and we can't attend. But it's positive for the business, so we focus ourselves back on that rather than taking a trip out to Miami. We will be out there next year, so that will be fun to bring some content from next year's conference. It's usually quite an exciting one, although the price of Bitcoin usually doesn't perform that well, which is so strange when the conference is on. But anyway, I wanted to bring you this because I feel like it makes sense that the conference isn't as popular this year as it has been. Anyway, let me read this article and I'll kind of give you my opinion on it. So, attendance at the world's largest Bitcoin conference is down by half as the crypto winter drags on. Roughly 15,000 attendees are expected at the Bitcoin 2023 event versus 35,000 last year, likely a result of the downturn known as crypto winter. Now, I think this is quite interesting because this time last year, May 2022, wasn't a great time in crypto either. We were in the kind of first start of the bear market kind of thing. Prices weren't all that great, but yet the attendance was super, super high. But I think it's just people, it's another year has passed and crypto isn't up yet. Bear markets are long things, like you have to just put up with them. They're 2 years, 3 years long sometimes. Prices will fluctuate throughout that, but yeah, it could just be that people are just like, ugh, what am I going to learn from this conference? There's no hype around the conference this year. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. I feel like if you're in crypto, you should be there regardless. Or if you're into Bitcoin, because it's a very Bitcoin dominant thing. It's like a Bitcoin maxi conference almost. And I don't think they really like altcoins all that much. But yeah, if you're a Bitcoin maxi, then you shouldn't care about the price of Bitcoin. Realistically, you should be at this event year in, year out, especially if you are in the US and it's a lot easier for you to attend and it's not a 10-hour flight away. But yeah, so Bitcoin, the Bitcoin faithful are making the annual pilgrimage, almost couldn't say that, pilgrimage to Miami Beach by the thousands for the third year in a row for an industry conference set to feature speakers including the US presidential candidate Robert Kennedy and the author Michael Lewis. Organisers of the conference have called it the largest Bitcoin gathering, starting on Thursday and ending with an exclusive after party on the Saturday night. Tickets start to get $1,000 and they went for 2.5 or nearly 2,500. I think the whale ticket was more than that as well. I can't remember. There was 3 different tickets, but they are pretty expensive for attending the event. Now it says here more than 35,000 people attended the event last year, like I mentioned, and speakers included Serena Williams, Jordan Patterson, and Michael Saylor. So I think last year was probably the best year to go. But yeah, like I said, the website says approximately 15,000 have attended this year's event. So there's not much more in this article other than the fact that it's kind of saying there's only half of the attendees, and they're trying to kind of figure out why, and you think it's because of the prices. But like I said, I would have loved to have been there, but I've focused energy on the business, and you all understand why if you've watched the video we put out on the channel last night and the things that we've been releasing this past week. We focus more on that and to help the business grow than we did to fly over to Miami. But look, we're trying to go over this year anyway because our good friend Mitch Ray, he is based in Miami, so we are looking to get out to Miami at some point this year, and we'll have some content hopefully with Mitch and just a Miami trip content. So yeah, stay subscribed to this YouTube channel and of course our Twitter and our Discord as well, because we will be sharing updates from our trip to Miami eventually when we get out, And yeah, like I said, look out for a collab, shall we say, with our good friend Mitch Ray. Now, a few tweets before I finish off then. Another exciting tweet from Genzo. So GensoKishi has been listed, or MV, the token, has been listed on a new exchange. It's an exchange based out in the Philippines. Now, you might be thinking, why are you telling me about an exchange in the Philippines? I live in the UK or in Europe. But the main reason I'm saying this is because we all know GensoKishi and MV token, and Ron, the token, the in-game token, is massive. It's a massive Asian gaming project, and they're huge in the Philippines. Therefore, it's super important to be launching and getting added to exchanges in the Philippines as well. So, look, it doesn't mean that much for people like you or I who are based across the other side of the world, but for investors in Genzo, this is very exciting to see. So yeah, big ups to the Genzo team. That's very positive to see because it is the number one exchange in the Philippines. Next then was a little kind of update from Ripple with, again, more positive news. The fact that they're still continuing to grow in a bear market, but with more than 90% of countries exploring and developing CBDCs, we are introducing the Ripple CBDC platform, a frictionless solution for central banks, governments, and financial institutions to issue their own central bank digital currency. Now, again, I've given my opinion on CBDCs many times before. CBDCs are coming at some point, whether you or I like it or not, and Ripple are at the forefront to help support and develop those CBDCs, which, again, like they said, 90% of countries are considering and looking into CBDCs, and Ripple are going to be the ones to help that, which is only bullish for the company. Now, David Schwartz, who obviously works at Ripple, he is the CTO at Ripple, is quoted here: "The CBDC platform reaffirms the significance of the XRP ledger as it's built with the same core technology. It has the ability to interact with XRPL and use XRP as a bridge currency for cross-currency and cross-border payments." So essentially what I'm taking from this is bullish news for XRP, because XRP will be used as the bridge currency. We already knew that anyway, but again, it's very bullish to see the fact that they're bringing CBDCs, they're focused on CBDCs, and they'll be using XRP as the bridge asset. So yeah, very positive to see, and that's all I've got to say on it. It's bullish, in my opinion. It's bullish for Ripple, it's bullish for XRP, it's bullish for my investments, and I'm more than happy to see this play out. Now, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. As ever, I bring these videos each and every single weekday, round about 9 AM each day. If you're catching it live, please feel free to jump on. If not, the video is posted directly to our YouTube channel straight after the live stream. So please drop it a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. We're growing every single day, which is honestly so exciting, and I'm so thankful for new subscribers. And if you are a new subscriber, make sure you go back and watch some of our videos we've posted in the past and catch up with some of these Coffee and Crypto episodes as well. But yeah, thanks if you are a new subscriber, thanks to current subscribers, and thanks to our future subscribers, because I'm sure if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you will be very, very soon. But yeah, that's all for me. Thanks again. I will see you on Monday for the next episode of Coffee and Crypto Live. We'll have a nice weekend, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.